What I'd like the authorities to do is to recognise this condition, which now Canada has just recognised it as well, because it is a condition that's around. I'd love them to recognise it, because if the government recognised it, then it would be an ongoing thing to doctors, and then they would recognise it.
I would like for there to be designated areas which didn't have Wi-Fi coverage, which were not greatly exposed to mobile phone radiation, so that people could, like me, could be in them and feel reasonably comfortable. At the moment, I mean, I'm actively looking for a house that I would be okay in, and from the combination of my chemical sensitivity and my electrical sensitivity, it is very, very difficult. I don't know yet whether it's impossible, but I mean, mobile phone masts are just everywhere, even in rural areas, and there is no let up from, you know, if there could be some designated area that was actually set aside, that would be really, really good.
Personally, I'd like to see investigation into why a small minority of people, I say that in inverted commas because I really don't know, but a certain proportion of society suffer from both chemical and electrical sensitivities. I know there are investigations taking place, but I would like to see that pushed forward. I would like it to become more publicised so more people are aware. And if it's proven, and indeed it would seem to be the case, that wireless activity affects that set of people, then less wireless installation and certainly less mobile phone towers.
Well, I think, like as happens in other countries such as Sweden, it would be a great first measure to at least acknowledge that this problem does exist. I'm not asking them to understand it or even to have sympathy for it, but just to acknowledge that there is a growing band of people in this country for whom exposure to magnetic fields is a problem.
Can't see this stopping, but just some awareness as it's happening in the other countries, so that I gather that in, is it Russia, there are sanitised rooms in hospitals for electromagnetic sensitive patients. That would be really good to know that if there was an emergency, there'd be somewhere to be where people respected the illness and didn't treat you like a pariah.
Acceptance that this thing exists, and not to keep coming out with the same statement that I have had time and time again when I've tried to approach the government, that there's no consistent evidence that magnetic fields, etc., affect the health of the general public. And those are two nasty little weasel words, the consistent and the general, which are implying really that we have some evidence that it does affect some members of the public. Doesn't it, when you think about it? I would like that sentence destroyed, and for them to accept that some of us are being affected and that there are a lot of people who need help.
Allowances, I think, have to be made for us, but that can't happen until it's recognised, can it? Until the condition is recognised. So that's what we're after. We're after awareness and recognition.